Hello everyone, welcome back to Everyday Kelly. My name is Kelly. So today's video is going to be all about red lipstick. I really love red lipstick. I can't really explain why, but I just feel like red lipstick really adds a lot of color and personality to the face. I feel like a woman who wears a red lip just exudes boldness and confidence. Some of our favorite celebrities who really love to rock a red lip are people like Taylor Swift, Gwen Stefani, and of course Marilyn Monroe. And when I looked through my collection of lipsticks, I noticed that most of them were some sort of shade of red. And so today I thought I would try on all my lipsticks and show them, talk about them, review them a little bit, and just have a little bit of fun with that. But first, let's start with a little bit of the history of red lips and lipstick because I find that really fascinating. I'm not an expert, so I will just sum up. The ancient Sumerians are widely agreed upon to be the inventors of lipstick. Both men and women colored their lips by using a mixture of ochre, carmine, and wax or fat. However, throughout history, red lips have generally served as a symbol of sexuality, and highlighting the lips came to represent another part of the female anatomy. And at one point, it was actually illegal for prostitutes to not color their lips because they were seen to be trying to masquerade or represent themselves as a lady. The general theme here is that painted lips were always associated with sin. It wasn't until the 20th century after the ultra-conservative Victorian and Edwardian eras that painting your lips became more fashionable and acceptable among regular women. And actually, it became a symbol of power and rebellion in 1912 when suffragettes marched through New York City wearing bright red lipstick. During the 1920s, when film started to become more popular, silent film starlets wore really dark, almost black red lipstick because that was the color that showed up a lot better in the black and white film. And so then it became fashionable at that point to have really dark red lips. Moving on to the 30s and 40s, after the Second World War, when more and more women were starting to join the workforce, women were once again seen as commodities and window dressing by their employers. So there were certain things that were required of them. For instance, wearing heels or red lipstick. And in the 1950s, as color film started to be used more and more, bright red lipstick became fashionable, a la Marilyn Monroe. Today, I think women have once again reclaimed the red lip as a strength of our power and strength. We wear red lipstick for ourselves and not for anyone else. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so let me just start by saying from the beginning that I apologize if I am not describing the lipsticks in the way that you see them on your screen. They probably look a little bit different to me than they do to you. And I'm going to try the best that I can to go from light to dark. Some of them look quite similar, so it will be very interesting to see them side by side to see how they look. So the first lipstick that we are going to look at is the one that I am wearing. So this one is from Avon's Glimmer Sticks, and it's this one right here. So this is a new one that I've just recently got, and this is in the color Poppy. So as you can see, it's a very bright red, a very light, bright red, almost a corally color, and I am really loving this color. This lipstick goes on very creamy, but it's not a high shine, which I personally don't like, but it's just nice and very creamy. I can't speak to the longevity as it is a new lipstick, so I haven't worn it that much, but I'm really loving this color. Okay, so the second lip color is this one here. So this one is also a newer one. This one is another Avon Glimmer sticks, and this one is in the color Songbird. And so this one, once again, same formula, very nice and creamy going on, not high shine, but just really nice and creamy, a little bit of a shimmer to the lips. And I really love this color as well. A little bit darker than the other one, and it is more on like a pinkish red side, but it's a really, I think it's really flattering for my skin tone as well. So the next one is another Avon lipstick. So this one I've had for ages, and this one is Avon Extra Lasting. I believe they don't make this one any longer, and this one is in the color Fiery Red. So this one I wear, I love it, and it is actually extra lasting. I find that it does last quite a long time, even after talking a lot or drinking or eating. You can still see the color on your lips. And this one I wear when I want a nice, bright, true red lipstick. It goes on really nicely, like most of Avon's lipsticks. And yeah, I really like this one as well. So the next one is another Avon lipstick, and I promise you there will be other brands that I will talk about, but this one is another older one, so I don't think they have this in their collection any longer, and this one is called Coral Fever. So it is a nice true matte, and of course, just like the title suggests, it's a little bit more of a corally red, which I love. And also more and more lately, I've really been getting into matte lipsticks. So this next lipstick is really for a woman who means business. This one is the NYX Matte lipstick in the color Eden. And the more that I look at it, I'm feeling like it really could be a dupe for MAC's Ruby Woo lipstick, which I have coming up next. However, it's not as matte as the Ruby Woo, and that's what I love about it. As you can see, it's a very deep, true, almost blue red, quite matte, but very beautiful. We have reached MAC Ruby Woo. So I bought this one because it is so iconic. And I have to say, I do really love the color. It's very similar to the previous one by NYX, but it is extremely matte. It is kind of great in a way because I feel like it is quite transfer proof. However, putting it on can be a little bit difficult just because it is so matte. It's almost like rubbing a stone on your lips. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of lip balm on first and then put it on. As you can see, Ruby Woo, very true red, kind of deep or bright red with blue undertones. So now this one is one of my favorites. So this one is L'Oreal's color Riche, and it is called, so it is number 402, and it's called Devil's Matte Vocate Red. So this one does have a little bit of a story behind it. So quite a few years ago, they did, L'Oreal did a campaign where they hired a bunch of actresses, and they came out with a couple of different shades of red lipstick to suit different skin tones and different hair color. And so this one originally was released as Blake Lively's red, so it was called Blake's Red. And then Julianne Moore also had one, and I think Eva Longoria had one. So this one is actually Blake's Red. And as I kind of feel like I have similar coloring to her and similar hair color, I thought this one would really suit me, and I feel like it does. So this one is a matte, and it has more of a berry tone to it. It's a deeper berry red. So the next one is one by Revolution Beauty. So this color is called Stiletto. It's another matte. I didn't even realize how many matte lipsticks I have now. So this one is another matte, and very creamy. The smell of the lipstick. I did this, I featured this in one of my other videos about Revolution Beauty, and I mentioned in that video that the smell of the lipstick really kind of smells like roses, so it's very pleasant. I feel like this is very similar to the previous one, which was the L'Oreal Color Riche Devil's Matte, but I feel like it's a little bit deeper. So the next one is a Milani lipstick, and I really love Milani Cosmetics. This one is number 67, and it's called Matte Confident. So another matte lipstick. I have to be honest, as much as I love Milani Cosmetics, this one I don't wear that often, and I think it's because it's a little bit more on the brownish red side. So it's not something that I would normally wear because I feel like nudes and browns don't really suit my skin tone as well. But I think for anyone else, it's a really lovely lipstick. Once again, goes on really nice. It's a nice matte consistency and just a little bit more of that darker, browner toned red. And finally, we've made it to the last lipstick, the last red lipstick at least. And this one is another Avon lipstick, and it is probably the darkest red that I own. This one is in the color Red Supreme. I think it's kind of a little similar to the Milani Matte Confident, but not as much of the brown undertone to it. So this one is a little bit of an older lipstick. So I used to wear this quite a bit previously, but not as much recently. So that is it. That is the end of this red lipstick odyssey. That is all of the red lipsticks that I own. Please let me know in the comments which ones you liked the best, or also let me know what brands and what type of shades of lipstick that you like. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos that are similar to this, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon in another video.